Hey, my friends, this is AD, and today's topic is words. The power of words can change everything in our lives. And sometimes we lose sight of the words that we say to ourselves, the words that we speak to others. So today, we're going to talk about how powerful they are and how they affect our lives and the world around us. Let's get started.
Welcome to Better Is Now, the podcast. I believe we live in a world filled with limitless possibilities. And in this world, we are all looking to feel, do, and to be better. From that limitlessness, gentle nudges arise to remind us of our own possibilities. Today's nudge is about to begin right now.
In the world that I live in, as a success coach, as a certified hypnotist, my words are my stock in trade. The words that come out of my mouth, I understand that they impact people's lives at a profound level. And so understanding what my words were, what they meant to other people in my practice, it shaped everything. It really shaped everything. And so today I really want to discuss with you what words mean to you and how your words and how you speak to yourself, how those words are magical, literally, and how they shape your entire experience, both internally and externally. Because how you feel determines greatly the experience that you have in this third dimensional reality. So the first thing I want to jump on are, what are words? Words are, simply the things that come out of your mouth, yes, but words exist on a pre-verbal level. Before we even open our mouths, words come out. Before we even speak the thing, the words rest within our mind, within our thoughts. Constantly, our minds are speaking to us. We're talking to ourselves. But the question is, what are you saying to yourself right now? Are those words that will build something beautiful or something not so beautiful? And the problem with most of us is that the words that come out of our mouths, the thoughts that we have before we even speak them, they come from a place of negativity. It comes from a place that is very temporal, and the nature of a temporal environment oftentimes is fearful because of the perspective of seeing life through eyes that are temporary, that, just kind of like our egos. Our egos are here to protect us, to keep us safe, and to guide us through this life experience, or to help guide us. But the thing about it, the lens of the ego is tinted by the fact that it is temporary. That we understand that one day this thing is going to fall away. that our life is going to no longer be in this, physical existence. So there's a fear. There's always this reality of fear, or the need to protect, or the need to be guarded, because this here, our skin, our flesh, our hearts, our minds can be hurt, can be affected. So the words that come from that construct, if you will, tend to be tainted with fear, doubt, worry, trepidation. Now, conversely, on the other side, the side of us that is eternal, the side of us that is bigger than all this here that we experience, that side of us has a different construct, and it also has a different language. So we have the language of the temporal or the temporary, and the language of the eternal. The temporary often is fear-based. The side of eternity, or the eternal side of us, the forever side of us, is just that. It is forever. That side of us that will live on doesn't operate from a place of fear or doubt or worry, because it understands that nothing can happen to the eternal side of us, the spirit side of us, the soul side of us, and that everything will always be okay. But it's this temporary thing that while we're here on this rock, while we're here living this earthly experience, that it is tainted with the lenses of the temporary. So again, it is fear-based, it is worry, it is doubt, it is trepidation, it's all that negative stuff. But how is it that we get to step beyond the limitations of this physical place? Because here's the crazy thing. So yes, we live here, but we reside also on the eternal side, on the other side at the same time. And we can tap into that side, because that which is here comes from over there. That which is comes from nowhere. I love the way Wayne Dyer said it. Wayne Dyer used to say that that we come from nowhere to now here. And the nowhere is the subjective side of reality. And the here, where we have our earthly experience, is the objective side. And again, both sides have a language. But here's the key. Because the physical arises out of the non-physical, in order for us to manifest things on the physical side, we have to speak in the language of the eternal. We have to speak in the language of the eternal, and the language of the eternal is forever. And the construct of time is very different on the other side when it comes to the manifestation of the things that we want to experience. So therefore, the words that we use in order to create, the words that we use out of our mouths to manifest things, has the power of the eternal, because we speak it. And this world, this three-dimensional reality, has to follow suit. Whatever you ask, it must manifest itself in your experience. Whatever you look for, it has to appear. Whatever door you knock on, the door must open. That's scriptural. That's scriptural. So, but here's the thing. When we begin to speak words out of our mouth, whether it is positive or negative, the universe will always respond. You have to ask yourself, which part of me am I identifying with most? The most powerful side is the side that is anchored in forever. And that language of forever is a positive, it is an affirming voice that affirms, and it speaks in the now. It speaks in the now. It doesn't speak off into the future, because on this side of eternity, on this side of reality, time operates different. Time is, there's a oneness. It's not linear. So on this side of reality, where you and I are right now, this third dimensional reality, time is experienced linearly. That's why we can experience today, tomorrow. We can talk about the past. All of those things. That time gives us being in this reality. On the other side, on the other side of infinity, that side, everything happens all at once for real. Even though on this side we experience it linearly, all that operates really underneath all that is, instead of not just like over here, but underneath that which we are now, happens all at once. So when we speak a word and we say something that we want to experience, we have to speak it in the present, in the present tense. That's why scripture says, whatever you desire in your heart, believe that you have already received it and it shall be yours. It didn't say, oh, I hope tomorrow I get a new car. Well, the active side of infinity doesn't understand the concept of tomorrow, so to speak. It speaks in the language of right now. It speaks in the vibrational frequency of right now. And the greatest way to speak in the language of right now to manifest the things that we want to manifest is to speak in the language of gratitude. I'm going to say it again. The best way to tap in to the language of the active side of infinity is to use the language of gratitude. I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share this with you right now. I'm so grateful for the people that allow me to share my gift right now in this moment with them. You are the reflection of this gift. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the people that are in my life. I'm thankful for the wealth that I have amassed. I'm thankful for the health that I enjoy. I'm thankful for that. So when you use the words, I'm thankful, you can't be thankful for something that you don't already have. So when you begin to speak, not just in the affirmative, but from the language of gratitude, it places not only your words out there in the ether for them to manifest themselves, it also places you in a vibrational frequency of that in which you are grateful for. I am so grateful for my new home. I am so grateful for my new car. And feel it in that moment. Take the time to cultivate the emotional feeling of what it is like to experience the thing. So your words have power. Conversely, if you say, man, I'm tired. Remember, one of the most powerful statements that you can make is I am. And whatever follows am, it manifests itself in due time and due season. I am. You can intend things. And here again, I'm going to talk about Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer did a piece on the power of intention. And intention, he asked that we hold intention not as something that we have to do or that we have to go after with tenacity and all of that stuff, but intention as something that we simply have to connect to. There is a field of thought that says, and belief that says, that when we want to manifest something, the moment we speak the thing, it actually manifests. The problem is that the reason why we haven't experienced the thing that we've asked for yet is that sometimes we're out of alignment with it, and time has not done its thing. Because remember, here on this side of infinity, we have that variable of time. We have this delay, so we ask for something today, it may not manifest itself until tomorrow, or the week after that, or the year after that. But the more we hold ourselves in vibrational harmony with the thing that we spoke in the affirmative, using the language of gratitude, those powerful words will give us entree into this beautiful space of manifestation. I've seen it so many times with my own life. I've seen it with my children. I'd love to tell the story all of the time about my daughter, Amani, who she was participating in this event. It was a fashion week, and she was doing a coffee filter dress. Yes, a wedding dress made out of coffee filters. And, there was a prize. I think you get $100 if you won the prize, for that. And she had in her mind, as she was just still putting the coffee filter dress together, not only was she done with the coffee filter dress in her mind, not only had she won the contest in her mind already, she had already won. She had already received the money that she was going to win from the event. Not only had she taken that money, she had already spent that money and bought she wanted an iPod. She had already, while she's putting this dress together, that's made out of coffee filters, the language of herself, she was already in a state of receiving. She was already in a state of gratitude. She had already spent the money, and she hadn't even finished the dress. What she had done was put herself and that dress in vibrational harmony with the thing that she wanted. The end goal was the iPod because that's what she wanted. And because she believed in the beauty and the success of her winning that competition, because she was going to do that dress extremely well. They were going to love that dress. She was going to win that competition. She was going to get that money, and she was going to take that money and she was going to buy her an iPod. I'm going to tell you what happened. Not only did she win the competition for her age group, but the curator of the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum was actually there that day and approached her and asked her, would she? So she won the $100 for the competition, but as a middle school kid, the curator asked her, would she sell her beautiful coffee filter dress to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum? And she sold it to them for $100. So not only did she win $100 for the competition, but she won $100, or she sold the dress for $100 to Ripley's Believe It or Not. And right now it is in the museum in St. Augustine, Florida, right now, if you want to see it. And you can Google it, it's there. But the reason why I share that story is so powerful to me because she believed so much in the vision that she had seen for herself that the language that she spoke, both internally and externally, was so affirming that she manifested everything ahead of time. Time had no variable in her thought process. She knew that she had already won. And so what I'm going to encourage you and everyone that's listening right now, that make sure that the words that you are using are in the affirmative, that they are speaking from a place of gratitude right now. Your words are powerful. Your words create your reality. And they place you in vibrational harmony with the thing that you want. They can also conversely put you in vibrational disharmony. If you're wondering why you haven't experienced the thing that you've asked for, that means you're out of alignment. That means the thoughts that you have, the words that you're speaking are in vibrational disharmony with the vision that you have for your life. So just change your language. Be affirming. Use the gratitude, the gratitude words. And I promise you, in due time and due season, that which you ask for will manifest itself. That which you're thankful for will manifest itself. The power of words. Let's get to using some words powerfully today and use them in the affirmative, using the language of gratitude. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. This has been A.D. Roberts, and I hope you've enjoyed the Better Is Now the podcast, and I'll see you next time, because this is what we do, empower people. So guess what? Right now, before you go, please like, comment, and if you're listening on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, because we have all kinds of stuff, because we are committed to empowering the lives of everybody that we come in contact with. Have an absolutely wonderful day and be brilliant.
This is A.D. Roberts, and you have been listening to Better Is Now, the podcast. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more inspiring content. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube.